When you talk about the indie scene of football video games, usually one of the biggest names that come into your mind is a game called Access Football. But on this channel, I haven't talked about Access at all. Now, some people have asked me about this. Why are you not talking about probably the biggest game in the indie scene? I do talk about Maximum Football quite a lot. I started talking about games like Sunday Rivals on this channel. But a game that I always kept myself from talking about it is a game called Access Football. Again, probably the biggest game in this scene. My name is Duriar. How you doing today? And today I'm gonna dive into the situation that is Maximum Football and Axis Football. And why am I not talking about Axis at all? Let's start with the pros of Axis Football. Axis Football probably has the deepest dynasty mode or franchise mode in the game, in history probably. The amount of depth that this game comes to, it's almost like NFL head coach. You can see the amount of detail that Axis is putting towards their franchise mode, and it's uncanny for a team this size to make such a deep dynasty mode that you can play quite a lot. And it's amazing for guys like me who loves dynasty that they can just see it and see a team finally giving dynasty mode the props that it deserves, because dynasty mode deserves the props. The uniform creator, Axis has a great logo and uniform creator. Such a deep level of customization comes into there, and it's a lot of fun seeing that in the game. You can see players create almost one-to-one recreations of the AAF, the XFL, the NFL. A lot of leagues were created back via the Access Football game. And that's amazing. That is some of the best things you can see. But I will not play Access. And probably the main reason why I didn't play a lot of Maximum Football this year, it's the gameplay. For me, the movement of the players in Access feels janky and weird and not representing real life. If Maximum Football gameplay this year was a solid 4, Axis gameplay for me, it's a soft 2, close to a 1. The movement feels weird, like the players are not really running, but floating through the ground. There's no head movement, there's no real arm movement. There's no real interaction between the players. As a skill positional player, I cannot look at this game and say, this is how you run, this is how you catch. They did make improvements, but not enough. Defense-wise, the zones look weird. It just does not look right. Even the line work, when they line up to the play, just feels weird to me. The gameplay feels a lot more jankier. Maximum Football's gameplay is not the best gameplay, but at least it's a solid one. It's a solid foundation for the gameplay wise. And that's why I'd rather play Maximum Football over Axis. This is why my content for the last year and a half has been about maximum football and not access football, and this is why it's taken me a year and a half to just address and call access football by its name. This is my first callback in this channel about access football. That game is probably the biggest indie scene game, and a game that has challenged itself with Madden. While games like Maximum Football and Sunday Rivals are not talking about being a Madden competitor, Access Football is talking about being the alternative to to Madden and to Maximum Football and to Sunday Rivals. They're saying, we know about these games. We know about EA's Madden. We're a better product. But I'm sorry, as much as I hate Madden's gameplay and it being super inspired by animations and animation based, it's not good gameplay you're delivering, Access. Last year was an improvement, but not as big of an improvement as I would like to see, for me to actually stand up and say, take my money. I love your gameplay. I love your franchise. I love what I'm seeing here. This game is by far the most potential wise of gameplays. You have what it takes. Get some guys into the studio. If you'll approach me, I'm sure I would love to help you. I have football experience. I am right now playing football. I want to help. I know I can't, and I probably won't because of my day job right now. But for real, get players into the studio. Get somebody that can actually run a route, throw a pass. Get some guys into the studio and capture the animations. Don't rely on the animations, but there are a lot of stuff that you need to learn from looking at the animations and looking how players run, looking how their hands and body moves with the players, with the ball, with their routes. That is the biggest thing in this game. This is a why I'm not buying Access Football. Fix your gameplay. It's a call for demand. Fix your gameplay. You're not just the top dog. You're the big dog. This has been my semi-rant about Access Football. I woke up in a more serious tone today, I know that, but for real, I do love the indie scene of football video games, and Access is someone that I'm willing to look at. If you have any games that you like to see me talk about, I have heard about Legends Ball, I've heard about a lot of different games. If you want me to talk about them, if you want me to look at a game and say, hey, here's something, tell me about it, I would look and I would gladly talk about it. If the companies would approach me, I would more than love to talk about it. I would more than love to work with any company that works on a football video game. I have experience, and yeah, I've been the Oriar. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to me ranting about this game. I'll see you all next time. Until then, peace out, guys.